Hello everyone, I'm that Amy girl and I'm out in the Storybook Capital of America, which is Abilene, Texas. And I'm going to do a little scavenger hunt because you know I love to do scavenger hunts for some storybook sculptures here with my son Owen. Welcome to my world. Won't you please?
Come
on in. Welcome to my world. Won't you please? Come on in. This is the Storybook Sculpture Park where we currently are. There's a map of the town here, downtown, and then they have little passports, Storybook Capital of America. Not sure what these are. I'm gonna peek at it. Looks like you can draw your passport picture there. Okay. So it's kind of like for kids, I think. And then they have your guide, which gives you, okay, where each one is. But they also have, okay, this is the map that shows you like where a lot of the sculptures are around the town. I don't think we're going to get to this one, but this one right here is the original one, which is how the town started. The sculptures being, I guess, accumulated or built from the story Santa Claus, which includes the Abilene, Texas in the story. So they're all of them. There are 39 apparently. We are definitely not going to get to all 39 today. We're going to do just this park here, which is the sculpture park outside the convention center. I have downloaded the app on my phone, which is the Storybook Experience. I don't know how well you can see that. And we can just start it. And it allows us to go through and find each of the sculptures. So I'm not sure how well you can see the screen. But here we go. We're going to find our first sculpture. So How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight is this first one. Now I'm going to see how I can do this on the app. Collection. I'm going to go to collection. And then it says benches. Okay, we're not doing a bench. What is this, a bench? Is this considered a bench? Sculptures. Okay, that just shows my collection that I've had so far. Alright, how do I actually collect them? Hold on. Owen's going to try and figure out how the app's working. I do have the location turned on. It's supposed to pulsate when you're close to one of the sculptures, but it's not doing that. So I'm just going to start showing you, and hopefully he'll figure it out. So we have How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight, written by Jane Yolen and illustrated by Mark Teague. And then it has some of the book, How Does a Dinosaur Good Night? When Papa comes in to turn off the light, does a dinosaur slam his tail and pout? Does he throw his teddy bear about? And more of the story. Does a dinosaur stomp his feet on the floor and shout? Want to hear one book more? Does a dinosaur roar? How does a dinosaur say goodnight when Mama comes into town? When Mama comes in to turn off the light. Does he swing his neck from side to side? Does he up and demand a piggyback ride? Does he mope? Does he moan? Does he sulk? Does he sigh? Does he fall on the top of his covers and cry? And here we have the dinosaur sculpture. And there are some information regarding that. And then it has more of the story there. No, the dinosaurs don't. They don't even try. They give a big kiss. They turn out the light. They tuck in their tails. They whisper good night. They give a big hug. Give one kiss more. Good night, little dinosaur. All right, and then over here, just step down. This is called the Adamson Spalding Storybook Garden. And then there's plaques regarding that. I don't think that Owen was successful in getting the app to work, no. So now you can see that it, hopefully you can see, I'm not sure how well it's picking it up on the camera, it's pulsating. And we gotta zoom in, he said. Okay, zoom in. And click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So there we have the dinosaur. Okay. Okay, it says scan until marker appears, and then tap to place sculpture. Okay. All right. Here. Not sure. Add to my collection. There we go. So we've added him to my collection. All right. I think, Owen, I'm going to make you responsible for adding them to my collection because it's hard to do it with the camera. I'm pretty sure it wasn't completely on the camera the entire time, so that's okay. Are you good with being our add it to the collection guy?
Yeah.
All right. Over here, we have 3 little kittens. And this is the 3 little kittens' responsibility, Noel. Do your best wherever it is, and keep up your good name. And then over here, there's a little page with the book illustration. 3 little kittens, they lost their mittens and they began to cry, "Oh, mother dear, we sadly fear our mittens we have lost." I feel like we all know this story from when we were kids. Did you get it collected?
Yeah.
All right, we are having some success with collecting. So you can see we can go further in. And there's more quotes from That Once a Little Princess. This is from The Leafman and the Brave Good Buds. We have information on artist here, Garth Williams. Okay, so based on characters created by him, there are 5 sculptural vignettes in here that were created, characters that he created. We got Stuart Little, his kindness, Noel. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. We've got Stuart here. No one's adding him to our collection. Would you care to go for a paddle with me in my canoe? How about tomorrow afternoon towards sundown, when the petty annoyances of the day are behind us and the river seems to flow more quietly in the long shadows of the willows? These tranquil spring evenings are designed by special architects for the enjoyment of boatmen. I love the water, dear Miss Ames, and my canoe is like an old trusted friend. And if you look on the sculpture, it does have Summer Memories, name of the boat, carved in there. There's Stuart. More quotes. Oh, over here we've got the Big Bad Wolf and the 3 Little Pigs. Oh, he's a scary looking dude. And then they've got an illustration from the book. We all know that story. And then some quotes. To understand creativity is to conquer the boundaries of time and space. And the Three Little Pigs' Perseverance Hollow. Watch and pray, dear, never get tired of trying, and never think it is impossible to conquer your fault. All right. Another quote from William Joyce. Old friends sometimes need no words to understand each other. I feel like that's very true. And happiness is a gift, and the trick is not to expect it, but to delight in it when it comes. Nicholas Nickleby from Charles Dickens. So we got Charlotte and Wilbur's friendship stage. Wilbur didn't want food, he wanted love. He wanted a friend, someone who would play with him. And here is their stage. Here's Wilbur. And we're coming around the corner too. Ah, there's Charlotte. Right up there. This is really neat. Next morning, Wilbur arose and stood beneath the web. He breathed in the morning air into his lungs. Drops of dew catching the sun made the web stand out clearly. When Lurvy arrived with breakfast, there was the handsome pig, and over him, woven neatly in block letters, was the word terrific. Another miracle. Charlotte's Web was one of my favorite books when I first read it. It was really very cool. The friendship in that book is great. I missed a couple benches, but that's okay. I feel like if I read them all, this may turn out to be a very, very long video. And then here we have Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You'll see Goldilocks is running off, and the Three Bears are here looking out the door. Alright, then Goldilocks woke up and saw the Three Bears. She got such a fright that she jumped right up and ran down the stairs out of the house and into the forest, and the Three Bears never saw her again. So basically this sculpture is like the picture here. More quotes. And the most important thing is to do good for the one who is standing at your side. Another one from Charles Dickens over here. The most important thing in life is to stop saying I wish and start saying I will. I like that one. Bentley hadn't noticed, but the eggs had been washed clean. All his beautiful decorations were gone, but even if he had noticed, he would no longer have cared, for now he loved the egg just the way it was, Bentley and the egg. I don't know that story, but that's a nice quote. And then Anne of Green Gables. Oh, it's so delightful to have ambitions, and there never seems to be any end to them. That's the best part. Isn't that so true though? Like even up to like the very, very end, we all have goals and ambitions. Never ends. Very cool. Very, very true. There's another one from Anne of Green Gables. I'm just going to let you guys read them for a little bit. So it's very hot out here. My throat's getting a little dry. But I'll read some more, I promise. And then we have Oliver Jeffers here. Makes art and tells stories. His visual world is a unity of curiosity and humor. Known for his distinctive characters and uncanny vast worlds. And handwritten texts. His substantial body of work takes on many forms, from collage and figurative painting to performance art, and of course, bookmaking. Alright, it says based on the book This Moose Belongs to Me, so that's his. This is his book. The sculpture. This belongs to me, and it says sometimes the moose wasn't a very good pet. He generally ignored rule number 7, going whichever way Wilford wants to go. So he would go his own way. That's cute. And I'll give you a better view there. There's Wilford trying to get him to go where he wants him to go. Some more benches. I'll show you the quotes. These are all people who donated or companies that donated. Mr. Tiger over here. Owen, are you able to keep up with my collection?
Yeah, I've been getting them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Peter Brown. This is his book. There's some information on him. And this says, I believe it's Mr. Tiger Goes Wild. Now, Mr. Tiger felt free to be himself. He looks quite happy there. All right. And here's a quote from Peter Pan. The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. I like that one too. Peter Pan. If more of us valued food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world. From The Hobbit. It's a job that's never started that makes the longest to finish. The Fellowship of the Rings by Tolkien. Brian Lies. And let's see, this is Evan and His Dog, based on the book The Rough Patch, written and illustrated by Brian Lies. It says they play games and enjoyed sweet treats. Continuing on, this one is from The Marvelous Land of Oz, which I have read almost all of the Oz books. I love Oz. Such a really cool world. Created by L. Frank Baum. Alright, we have another one over here. We got a little child on the bear. Oh, it's Winnie. Based on finding Winnie. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so Sophie Blackwell. This is her story. And this is the page that's being shown in the sculpture there. His name was Christopher Robin Milne. Oh, okay, so this is telling the story of the real Winnie the Pooh, which is neat. Okay, I'm gonna have Owen take a picture of me with Winnie. Alright, Owen took my picture with Winnie. and Christopher Robin. Warren Long. This is Otis the tractor over here. With each ring, Otis made around mud pond. The muddy grip loosened until the calf was able to stumble out of the pond on her own. The two friends had found each other again. And then there they are together. And another quote, "Courage is found in unlikely places," from the Fellowship of the Rings. Alright, let's see. This is from Itty Bitty Kitty Corn and the Unicorn by Lewin Pham. There's information on her. And then there is the story page. Even his best kitty corn friend thinks so. "You're perfect," says Kitty. "Stay right there. I'm going to paint you." Aw, and there they are together. Alright, let's see. The worst surroundings in the world can be tolerated if people in them are interesting and kind. From the bad beginning, this is about the sculptors. Unfortunately, as usual, I am on a time crunch. I am only here in Texas for a little while longer, and I won't be able to get to the other sculptures, but that just means you can check them out on your own, and I can come back later and check them out again. There will be another video coming up in 2 weeks. Until then, go chase your dreams. So I forgot to ask Owen, how do we do in our collection? We get them all in our collection?
We did end up getting them all.
We got them all.
We got them all, yes.
We got them all. How many does it say we have? Does it tell you?
No,
It doesn't tell you? Okay, let's see. Can we show our collection? Let's see. Here we go.
that's,
Hang on one second. We'll get the... There we go.
yeah, that's all of them right there.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9? Wow.
Yeah.
Out of 39.
Right.
Well, it looks like I've got quite a bit more to find. Unfortunately, like I said, won't be happening in this video, but thanks for watching.